Hey everybody, we are at the booth of Photocentric and next to me I have Josh and we are going to talk about the future of 3D printing, and this is going to be about MSLA. This is going to be resin based. We all know the hobby machines where we can print stuff like this. Most of the time it's not going to be bigger than this. We also have a lot of trouble honestly with the printers. They are a little bit janky, they are on the cheap side, but right now I want to see how it's done properly on an industrial level. So right behind us we have the first machine. So this is
Photocentric Magna. So Magna is our flagship machine, and it's a really large LCD resin 3D printer. So this is very useful both for printing large parts. So we've got housings like up here, but also large volumes of parts. So kind of in here, for example, there's 800 parts.
So that is quite a massive build volume. The biggest printer I have is going to be the Algo Jupiter, and I think the build plate is going to fit in there probably 3.5 times. So that build plate is absolutely massive. So why would people want to buy a huge massive printers like this?
So there's the two reasons. One is the really large scale parts. So if you need to make large parts really quickly and really accurately, then Magna is a really good machine for that.
Yeah.
The other side is if you are doing mass production, then it can be useful having lots of these Magna machines, because the handling is minimized if you have 3 really big printers over lots of little printers.
You have 3 cleanups to do instead of...
Exactly.
Big question, how do you prevent failure? On the DIY machines, it's sometimes very, very frustrating just to get a print out of it.
Yeah.
How the hell do you get a print plate like this one, which is just plastered with prints, perfect every time?
So on these machines we have our patented technology which is called blow peel, and that is a peel aid for the system, so that when it's peeling parts off the FEP, we are massively reducing the forces involved, which is really, really important for really large.
So you are using basically air under the release film to release it. For the people at home with the DIY printers, Hey Gears has something similar than that. And I know you're looking like, I don't like it.
Oh, we had this years ago. This came first.
So you're the OGs.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so this is actually one of your smaller machines in the booth.
Yep.
We have a massive one right over there. Let's take a look at that one. All right, so we are at the next part of the booth, and right next to me, this is going to be very familiar for the people at home that do a lot of figurines, but this is not just a figurine, this is absolutely massive. Tell me all about it.
This is not for your typical D&D session.
No.
So this is for the props and figurine kind of market. And this is printed on our Titan machine, so this is all one piece, one print.
What strikes me is that with the conventional printers we are using as a hobby, you get sometimes of the layer peeling effect, which you will see as layers in the print. These are absolutely non-existing. For this volume, that's crazy. That's from our patented technology that allows us to peel such massive layers. Because the forces that you are pulling without this are just massive when you're peeling an area this big. So this is probably going to be hollowed. This is not a full resin print, this is probably going to be hollowed.
That would be a huge amount of resin if it were solid.
So how much kilogram are we talking about?
We are talking about 7.3 kilos.
7.3 kilograms, which is still not unreasonable.
That's only a bit more than one of our bottles of resin. So,
So what is going to be the pricing for a figurine like this?
A figurine like this would cost to make 1,100 euros.
This means that if you have the machine and you put in the resin, that is going to be your cost.
Exactly.
Do you also offer this as a service? So like me, I'm a very big fan of some kind of a prop and I want it big. And I tell you guys, I want something like that, print it for me.
Yeah, it's certainly something we can look at.
But you're not doing it right now.
We do it a lot for our smaller printers.
Yeah.
It's something we're kind of scaling up with the bigger one.
So Josh, this is actually the machine you printed that massive figurine on.
It is, yes.
This is absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
There's also a piece right in. There's a piece in here, and we can see the infill structure.
Yes.
So you are using some kind of a lattice, it's probably called.
Yep.
So what's going to be the pricing on a machine like this?
On a machine like this, it's about, well, we have a show offer at the moment.
Yeah.
That's about 66,000 euros. That's for this machine. Obviously, you need the post-processing as well to go with that.
Yeah. How the hell do you do it with a machine like this? This is absolutely massive.
Yeah.
This is going to be a massive container. You just dunk everything in.
Yeah. So this isn't a manual lift. You're not doing that manually.
Yeah.
So we have a little system that comes in. You pick it up on this crane system.
Yeah.
And then put it into the wash, and then you actually have a spray wash. So we don't dunk it.
You don't dunk it.
We spray it instead.
Spray it. The washing, is it also a system that you provide with the machine, or are those separate?
We sell it separately, but
so for the 60,000 euros or 66,000 euros, does that come with everything you need to finish your object?
That's just the printer there.
That's just the printer. All right. Now, this is very cool, very big, but you also have an automated farm, which is even more crazy. So that thing is going to take your print, is going to wash it and cure it, and just deliver it as it's almost finished.
Yes, exactly.
Can we look at it?
Absolutely. I'm excited.
This is going to be your pride. This is a fully automated resin printing installation you have right over here. So tell me all about it.
Yeah, so this is Jenny, and Jenny is all about mass manufacturing with additive. So this machine includes both printers, but also if you come over here, you'll see some post-processing nodes in this machine as well. So this does the full resin process, from printing to washing to rinsing to curing. And the objective is to get one platform of parts coming out of this machine every 20 seconds. So we want to hit output rates that are comparable to injection molding, both in terms of speed and in terms of cost. The way you wash the prints over here, is it going to be the same? Is it going to be sprayed, or are you dunking it? We're doing a dunk with a bubble agitation. Bubble agitation. And then you rinse it? Then we rinse it, And then you go to the curing. How does that work, the curing? So that is, you just dunk it into a chamber full of LEDs. Full of LEDs. And don't you have trouble getting them off the platform? No, so when it feeds out of our unload node over here, we can pass the platform over a knife, basically, and pop them all off. It pops it all off, it stores it back for the next print. Exactly. So it's absolutely, completely, fully automated. Exactly. We can also see, so these are actually smaller printers. This looks a lot like what I have at home. But this right over here, this is absolutely massive. Yes, you can see the build volume. You can see it right over there. So how the hell do you wash this? So that we would need to do some kind of spray wash for. So, but the beauty of this system is it's so modular and configurable. We can make different nodes for different needs. And so yes, if we need to be printing things this big, we can make a wash that's a spray wash. So you can make everything. It's just up to the client what they are looking for, and you can make a solution for that. So this is amazing. And what I'm really questioning is, how do you get this reliable? Because in my experience, resin printing is a bit of a mixed bag. You have success, but as soon as you change up your models, you can have failures. A lot of that is down to the critical mechanical structural design of the machine. They all need to be exactly the same to be consistent with results. So we have very consistent machines. So very good tolerances on the plates. And minimizing your tolerance stack up within the machine. We also, if you do, on that kind of millionth print, have some kind of print failure in your vat, the gantry has load cells on it, so that when you pick up the part, we'll know, oh, this doesn't weigh as much, there must have been a failure in the part. So it's actually actively measuring what the weight is of the object, and then it's comparing it to the base, and then it knows this is screwed up, and then it's probably going to pause the system or just not use this part anymore. It'll just flag that machine for maintenance. For maintenance, pop it out the back, pop a new one in, and keep going. So on these machines, what is the failure rate? What do you think? We need to be able to hit 99.99% OE. So you're going for the high nice. With this sort of machine, we have to be able to hit that. Yeah, really cool. So this is probably a dumb question, but what is this going to cost for somebody? Well, so going back to before, I was talking about injection molding. We're trying to be competitive with injection molding. So we're talking about injection molding machine and tool kind of cost. So for the kind of the smaller size of machine, we're talking 100,000 to 250,000. But it's such a configurable system. You can go full ape and just walls and walls and walls with this automated system. Well, thank you just for showing me this system. This is looking really promising. So this was a great look of an automated system. But Josh, how can the people find you? So we are Photocentric, so photocentricgroup.com. You'll find all our contact information there. All right, thank you very much. But before you go, there's also going to be a giveaway by the end of the year. We are going to give away resins, we are going to give away filaments, even this dryer box and some coupons from PCBWay. So if you are interested, follow the link down below and watch the live stream at the end of the year to see if you have won those prizes. It's going to be very casual with some beers or a bit of rum, and turn on the notifications. Then I also want to thank Zhang for inviting me and keep supporting the channel like they do, and also my wife for filming everything you have seen from FORMNEXT, and obviously you guys and the members of the channel for your continued support so we can do crazy stuff like visiting FORMNEXT. Alright, that's going to be it. Thank you for watching, and I see you in the next one.